We're here at Riverside Field in Cincinnati. We have 12 teams, 35 and up. Each season we play around 20 games of fast pitch baseball. These are the stories of 3 teammates, thoughts on baseball, and playing during a pandemic. This is what I dream about. Yes! I thought you were gonna come up with that ball, the diver, like Baez. I am turning 45 this Friday. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, so it's a baseball town just like Cincinnati. I grew up a Cardinals fan. So baseball has been a huge part of my life ever since I grew up playing it. You know, I played it in high school, continued to play it for rec in college, and really it meant a lot to me to be able to coach youth, and that brought me closer to my kids. I'm a father of 2 boys. They're now 16 and 13, and the older boy I actually coached in baseball for about most of his life.
My name is Tomoyuki Abe. I'm 49. I was born in Tokyo, Japan, 1971. Softball doesn't feel like a baseball. When you hit the softball, you don't have the pop, you know? It's all about when you hit the baseball. It feels good when you hit that with the barrel, right in the... That feels so good, and I just can't quit, even though that doesn't happen too much. I have a daughter, 6 years old. Since she was 3, occasionally I took her with me to batting cages. If she plays a softball, I want her to be a, batter like me, contact hitter.
My name is Sam Thompson. I will be 35 this year. I was born in the Bay Area, California. I married a girl from Cincinnati, and we ended up back here. Nothing's the same as baseball. When we first moved back to Cincinnati, I played softball league for one summer, and softball is just, a slower pace. Just love the game of baseball. I've been playing baseball my whole life and can't really do anything else. I have 2 kids. James is 4 years old, and Juniper is going to be 2 in October. Yeah, I try to share baseball with them as much as possible. When I'm playing baseball, I try to get them to come out and see the games.
Baseball is not really a contact sport compared to soccer. If I was playing soccer, I wouldn't play during this time. But it's baseball. I play second base. I had this cover thing, I don't use a dugout right now. I bring my picnic chair, make sure I don't sit with the team. My wife and my family from Japan are concerned. Are you playing a baseball? What's wrong with you? Yeah, I don't know what to say to them, but I want to play.
Sure, that's always a tough call for everybody. Everybody's got their own answer. For me, I actually decided to take 3 or 4 games off because I wanted to see my parents, and I went to St. Louis, so I didn't want to expose them. But when I came back, now I'm playing full time. So, some guys have decided to opt out. I totally understand that, especially if they have older people at home or kids at risk. And for me, the camaraderie and being out and play and being fortunate enough to be able to play ball at this age, I didn't want to take the whole summer off.
I chose not to play for now. I decided in the spring, early on in the pandemic, we just didn't know that much about the risk, and we still really don't, honestly. I really struggled to quantify the risk. And to me, it came down to just not being able to convince myself that the risk outweighed the benefits. On one side of the balance is people's health and lives, and on the other side of the balance is just me getting to play baseball on Sunday. And I just couldn't convince myself. It's easier just to wait until spring when hopefully things will be better.
Oh, just play. And I will try to convince them that they're players of different levels in our league. And I feel so good about it. If you want to start playing baseball, people can come and play. That's great.
I would say just come out and do it once because you're going to be hooked. Baseball is such an awesome sport. It's so much unlike softball. First of all, as a catcher, there's so much strategy at the catcher position, signals, throwing people out at bases. It's such a rush as a pitcher and a catcher. And to face live pitching again, Do you guys play already?
Oh, we're playing right now.
Oh, you're playing right now?
One-to-one game, it's a good game.
Oh, cool. I mean, I get a lot, you know, I'm going to get hurt or, you know, I think honestly, softball is probably more dangerous because you're running to first base without a helmet. And I've seen guys get beamed in the head multiple times playing softball. But in baseball, you're always wearing protection. You got a helmet on. You're geared up as a catcher. I mean, I think the risk is more bumps and bruises and probably pulled hamstrings at this point. So, you know, I would say just go for it, try it, and you know, you're never going to go back.
The chances of you getting seriously injured are pretty low. I mean, I think this is my 5th year in the league, and the number of guys that have been seriously injured has been very low. I mean, there have been a couple, but you know, most of the time it's just freak accidents. It's not that they're too old or I mean, the pace of the game in this league is such that, you know, almost anyone can play if they want to.
I think I want to use Ichiro's, his pet dog's name. He named his dog Ikkyu, and I think it's written with one ball of baseball, one ball, Ikkyu. And that, I think it comes from a philosophy, one ball, put whole life into one ball that's coming towards you when you hit. So it's coming from Zen Buddhism and then also martial art. It's my identification, you know. I'm Japanese. I feel that when I play baseball.
You know, it's just an awesome release, you know, from the pressures of living through life. And my wife actually says, she goes, you know, I can tell when you miss a game or you don't get to be out there with your friends. And, you know, it's basically like grown men acting like little boys again. You know, you get to play a game that, you know, it was designed for kids and you get to still act like a kid out there and be hanging out with your friends. There's nothing like it, you know, and especially if you make a good play or your teammate makes a good play and you're high-fiving and you're coming in excited and you're hooting and hollering. I mean, when are you going to get that during the week other than on the baseball field? That's it. Oh. Yes.
My motto for baseball is if something's worth doing, it's worth doing right, which means every time I get out on that field or in the dugout, playing my hardest, trying my best, being a good teammate and a good person, following the rules, being honest, good sportsmanship, and playing the game the way it's meant to be played.